This is Multiplaying, Episode 8, on September 19th, 2009. Hello, you're listening to Multiplaying. We are a companion podcast of multiplaying.net, a blog, forum, and gaming community that's gaming as time allows, and this is our podcast and all that concerns us. Hosting today is Ab.
Hi.
Maeve.
Hello.
Zeli.
Hello.
Myself, Slurms, and with special guest Wes Wilson.
Howdy-ho, neighbors.
Ooh.
All right.
Hi, Wes. Hi,
for
Wes.
Hello.
Hi, Wes.
Hello.
For those of you who
Good
don't,
to see all of you.
yeah, you can see us.
We all look very hot. I'm wearing underwear. And my pants have a rip in them. So, all right.
So that you can see the underwear.
Let's move on.
We'll go over what you've been playing, drinking, Ab.
I'm drinking Sam Adams Oktoberfest. And I've been playing mostly Team Fortress 2. And I think we'll probably talk about that later. What else have I been playing? I've made my characters an Aion, so that doesn't really count as to what you've been playing. Little Big Planet I've been playing. And Slam, did you ever beat Little Big Planet?
The single player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never beat it, and I got it day one, but it was just one of those games that I dicked around with and never played it too hardcore. But I really love going back to it every now and then.
Yeah.
And I'm getting later into the single player, and that's when that game's one flaw really pops out in the control. And
What's that?
when you just the control of it.
Oh, uh-huh.
And when you get into really precise platforming, like I got to the ninja levels, I don't know how close I am to the end, but you're doing the ninja training and having to run across those little planks and stuff. But that's where that game really falls apart. The one spot that I've found so far.
There was one part at the end that I actually it was in the last area, but it was like the second to last part, and I had played through most of the game pretty solid when I first got it. And I can vouch for it. There's a big, I don't know, there's a bunch of these, but there's one very large spinning thing that you go into that's almost like a little maze that you actually have to keep grabbing onto things and jumping over things. But there was one part of it that I could not pass because of how sloppy the controls were. That, yeah, I agree with you. That was the one part I just couldn't do it because I just didn't have the precision of controls that I needed to pass it. And I actually quit playing the single player stuff and went on and played multiplayer stuff. And it's probably just been a few weeks, maybe a month ago, that I went back to it and finally got past it by sheer luck. And that was the hardest part of the game. And then like the next stage or two that ended up being the end of the game was easy in comparison.
Are you sure that it wasn't just your old man with decrepit hand-eye coordination?
It could have been with me because, I mean,
No, it's
Because
not.
that game is adorable.
my wife had to
you
point
say-
out the white hair on my chin today, so...
Now, when you say single player and multiplayer, are you talking about like if a bunch of people are sitting there at the console playing together? Is that different than the single player game?
But you can play any level in it. You can play any level in it co-op with other people. But I'm more talking. There's single-player levels that the designers of the game made, and then there's a bunch of levels. You know, that's a game where people create levels, and they can upload them, and then you can download them. So I'm talking more about the campaign that the developers made.
Because I played the campaign, and I've been playing it with my nephews over at my father-in-law's house. And that game is great to play with kids. It is so much fun, just goofing off and laughing and not taking it seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, our
And
son loves
that's
it.
why the multiplayer levels are great, because you don't care if you pass them, but the single player ones I want to pass, and it pisses me off because I've done this one level a bunch of times, and I finally got past it today, but I felt just ripped off. Like, I know I'm doing this the way that you should do it. I've played a ton of Mario and other 2D games. I've played Mega Man, and there were jumps I was doing and things I was doing that I said I know I should have passed this by now. It's not my fault that I didn't do this. And it seems to be I know I'm very passionate about this.
Getting a little worked up there, guys.
I know. Ah!
Damn it!
But it seems like something that
This is what happens when we don't have bourbon.
if I was drinking bourbon, I'd
give
like
that man some
I
bourbon.
didn't pass it, but it's all
I
right.
don't care. It's all right.
Yeah, bourbon. But
I don't even care.
I got past it,
Perfect.
and I still love the game. And like you said, it's a great game, and my son plays it with me, and it's just to dick around in. You search for different levels and do it.
Hey, kid, let's go dig around.
No, he loves it. He calls him like he calls him
He likes
Fat
the
Boy.
Slimer
main
monster mask. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still gonna play it. I want to beat it, but it's just a little bit frustrating. It seems like a common thing with 2D platformers that have a 3D engine, to where the controls just seem floaty, but a little janky. But
Well, I think part of the floatiness with that is I think they added that in so you could actually correct yourself. But I agree. There seems to almost be like an odd delay to what you do.
yeah,
I don't know.
it may be, but
And it kind of throws you off.
In the end, yeah, it gives you a little bit extra movement, but in the end, when you're trying to be precise, that movement is too much.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool. Maeve, what you been playing? And what you drinking first?
Oh, well, I've had some margaritas.
Yeah.
Rocks.
Shock.
Woohoo.
Well, yeah, who drinks them frozen?
Real women always have their drinks on the rocks, okay? That's right.
That's right.
I haven't really been playing anything. Made my characters on Aion. Still am not sure what I want to play as my main tomorrow.
What characters are you stuck between deciding to play?
Well, it's either going to be the cleric or I was thinking, originally gladiator, but now I'm considering Templar because our guild seems to be maybe short on Templars.
We are.
To me, 6 one, half a dozen the other. I mean, I know the gladiator is more DPS, but so I'll probably play one of the two, Templar or the cleric. My power leveler has off hours, so I'll probably play both. Anyway, but beyond that, the most I've been playing is stupid Facebook Superhero City.
You invited me to that. Is that any good? Like, I thought about it today. I like
It's
to
a
actually
stupid little game,
it.
but
Is it close to Farmville, or is it like one of those
absolutely
stupid, just assign numbers to things? I don't like those.
well, you pick your stats, of course, and I think there's attack, defense, and agility. And then you can pick a career. Right now, I am a construction worker. Woohoo.
And a
That's
superhero?
fitting.
That's right. You have a career, so because you have to earn money because some of your abilities cost money per hour. And you can have a team. I have 4 people on my team. I'm rocking. But you get to have.
as a
So you like
as a
the village
construction
people?
What's that?
and as a construction worker, are you waiting for for the vat of nuclear stuff to fall off or
That's
something?
right. That's right.
Yeah, you're
So
dicking around with it, like, oh, it better not
Yeah.
fall on me.
You got like a bottle of radiation. You're like, oh.
Actually, as a construction worker, I'm just sitting around and looking at the hot guys walking by. But,
Right.
But you get to the thing that kind of sold me on the game is you get to do these arena battles, and if somebody's stupid enough not to bank their money, you get to steal all their money. So the first time I got a couple $1,000s from somebody, I was like, oh, I like this game.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just one of those stupid little Facebook
I might
things.
accept that one.
What kind
Yeah,
of video card do you need for that?
Facebook game.
If you do not have a freaking rockin' video card, you will not be able to play this game.
Yeah, turn down your settings.
That's right.
You have to downgrade your PC to play it.
I can't take place in heavy arena battles.
That's right. That's right. So I have left the farm, and I usually try to do the arena battles with people like, I don't know, Super Tampon I played against because
Oh my God.
Yeah.
it's like, okay, your game or your name.
It's always
is
a bloody
ridiculous.
fight, though, when you fight them.
Oh my God!
Wow.
They'll hit
You just went there, too.
They'll hit you with
You didn't even care. You were just like in there.
their special move, toxic shock syndrome.
Oh, there we go.
My toxic shock syndrome hit you for 5,000 points. So yeah. Anyway,
Hi,
that's
Wes.
Hi, Wes.
Hey,
That's the extent of what I'm playing. I bought after my birthday that night. I bought Team Fortress, and I've not logged on even once. So.
You hate Team Fortress.
I've not even tried it. But
Oh, you haven't even played it?
no,
You should try it. It's different.
I can't believe I bought it.
I don't like there's usually those like crazy shoot 'em games. I just have to like walk around while my brother-in-law shoots me in the head over and over and over again. And this one's not like that. Like it's actually you have a chance because there's a lot of people out there that suck. So you have a chance to go out and learn.
I just know after all these years, I know better than to get my credit card out when I've been drinking margaritas.
We'll play. Me and you. We'll play one.
Okay. But I've not even looked at it, so.
All right, Zeli, what you been drinking, playing?
I haven't been drinking.
Why are you looking at me?
Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Let's see. No, I finally cleaned up my stupid farm on Farmville because it has been decrepit for a while, and I've been getting comments at work from coworkers that have noticed.
Y'all been bad farmers. Y'all
I know. I've been really bad. And,
your coworkers worry about the sloppiness of your Farmville farm?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Really a big deal.
Slurm hasn't milked his cow in like 3 months.
Slurm's farm is a mess. Let's see.
So have you got one of those like neighborhood contracts like they do in those fancy neighborhoods where you can't let your corn get so tall or...
She's not allowed to eat at that lunch table if she doesn't get her farm cleaned up.
Oops. We had a retreat, and it was a discussion during the line of food there.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah. And then me and this lady were talking, this lady who's like way levels above me, and like someone next to us in line's like, you bought a farmhouse? And I'm like, no. No, it's a game.
And then she looks at you and is like, oh.
Yeah, it was very awkward.
I'm just imagining this really serious discussion. I really need to have a talk with you about your farm. We're worried about you.
It's a mess.
Okay.
It's really a mess.
It's first sign of depression if you let your Farmville farm go to hell.
Janet, I'm really worried about the quality of your milk.
Oh, God. I played a little TF2, not a lot. Got my characters created and for Aion, and I haven't really played that much. Oh, I played a little KOTOR. Not too much, though. I got to get back into that. Oh, and I downloaded the demo for Demigod, and I want to get into that, too, this week. So,
cool.
A lot of prepping, I guess, is what I did this week.
All right. I'll cut through mine real quick. Just drinking the... Diet Coke tonight, and playing wise, been playing some Scribblenauts, and we'll get into that more a little bit later. TF2, lots of TF2, and that is about it. And I'm cutting through mine quick because I want to get to Wes. Wes Wilson, what you doing?
Well, I forgot I was supposed to be drinking while I did this, so I'm drinking some bourbon, which was much maligned, which was much maligned by this podcast, and I have to have words. Because bourbon is the best liquor ever.
You don't know
how do you
the
drink
story
it?
behind the bourbon.
Okay, how do you drink it? How do you drink your bourbon?
Well, I do it in a fashion that most people would consider sacrilege. I like a bourbon buzz, but I also like caffeine and great amounts of sugar, so I drink bourbon and Coke.
Oh, okay.
But wait, where are you from, Wes? Are you from the South?
I'm from Alabama, yes.
See?
I didn't know that was allowed. I was told you can't put anything in it except for a little bit of water.
Well, I even drink good bourbon. I drink Maker's Mark usually. Exactly. And the real Maker's Mark drinkers look at me really funny when they see that I put Coke in it. But I'm a fan. I like the caffeine. I like the sugar. Yummy yum. So yeah. But I didn't have any Coke tonight. The only thing I had to mix my bourbon with was Alliance Mountain Dew.
Okay, just to clarify, I am laughing right at you.
How's that working out for Wes?
It's actually not bad. But anyway, so that's what I'm drinking tonight, and I've got a 3-month-old, so this is like the first drink I've had in ages.
But this isn't our fault.
Congrats on that.
Thanks. She's an awesome little girl, and I can't tell if she's just the best baby in the world or the fact that I have a 2-year-old in comparison to it.
Yeah,
You
it's a
know?
little of both.
So, what have I been playing? Well, I played a lot of Aion, whatever, last weekend to try to decide whether I wanted to keep my pre-order. I'm not decided yet. I guess I need to make up my mind in the morning, but I did enjoy it a lot. The engine is freaking beautiful. I just can't get over the textures on the clothing and it's just a really beautiful game, and I really like it. But it's one of those things where I just keep going, it's another MMO, Wes. It's another MMO.
You've been burnt before.
I have.
Recently.
And I won't be fooled again.
Your heart is broken, and, the next one's going to pay.
And the thing is, I just recently started getting back into WoW.
Oh, you went back to your ex.
No, that was Brent.
Does she still feel the same?
Well,
Or is she a little blown out?
see, I always kept her on the side.
Was it like tossing a hot dog down a hallway?
But like on the Warp podcast, Brent would badmouth Warcraft left and right, and he's the one that came back. I mean, he was just like a whipped little. It was unbelievable. He's back in it as if he was in love the first time around, and Warhammer just got in the way. Which is baffling. But, my wife basically got exalted with a couple of factions in Warcraft, and it was enough to make me go, hey, and it's been downhill ever since. So I'm doing a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't have the ability to do, like, any real, like, dungeons, because of the baby and stuff. One of us has to be available, So mostly just kind of run around and do quests here and quests there, and, like, I'm doing my dailies and fishing and cooking and trying to fill achievements and stuff. So it's mostly a busy work game. And so then I look at Aion, and I'm like, I just don't, it's just going to be more of that. So I don't know.
I was going to say, is that fun then, doing all that for the wowing?
It is, because it's mindless. It's simple, kind of, hey, look, I have a break. Why don't I go do this kind of stuff? I don't feel like I have to put as much into it.
Okay.
Which,
I'm not judging you. I'm just asking.
Well, I know, but I judge me. So it's
You see more of Aion, that Aion potentially could be more job-like and more time-sucking than WoW
in the
would be for
future.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if I'm going to go ahead and do that, I'm considering just doing it, because I still haven't done hardly any of the instances in Wrath of the Lich King. All I've done is just questing and general content. So I'm like, I have this whole MMO that I've already invested a lot of time with, that's going to have, some really high quality events. The only real difference is the beauty of the game. The Cry engine just really, it pops, and it's gorgeous, and it's amazing. And I wish WoW had it, but it doesn't. So.
And to be fair, like, I haven't played WoW since the Draenei were new.
Mm-hmm.
So I have there's no call for me to go back and do, the amount of work, you know what I mean, to go back. Like, I would just much rather start over in Aion.
Right.
So if it is going to be the same for me, coming from, where I'm at in MMO, I would just start over in Aion, because at least I can start with a whole new crew and a whole new community and not feel like I'm so far behind.
Yeah. Well, the one thing about, I don't particularly care for the Asian feel of Aion. Like, they've really smoothed a lot of it out, and they fixed a lot of it.
We insulted Australians in the last one, so go ahead.
We need a whole new continent to insult.
Yeah.
But it's just, I played Lineage 2, which was a total grind fest, a nightmarish hellhole of an MMO. And it took me 3 nights to get level 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just was like, no more of that. And it's made by the same people, but they fixed a lot of that stuff. But at the same time, I just don't know if I'm going to pull it off. I also, at the urging of many a podcast, downloaded and played the Arkham Asylum demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were touting that.
I know. You were one of the people that cheered me on. I actually really think I want to get that game a lot. The nostalgia from hearing the voices of Harley and the Joker and Batman were just too much. And so I think it's going to be inevitable. I'm either going to buy or rent that one. I've also been playing some Team Fortress 2 because we had a big week. Our Control Point podcast got mentioned on the TF2 blog.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And
That's huge.
It broke our site.
Shut up.
Wow. Seriously?
No, really. It took us down.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were down for 2 hours.
That's
Wow.
Wow.
Not like you were down, but
But that's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah. And also we got these community weapons, which I don't know if you've heard about these things.
I heard about it on your last podcast.
Well, I haven't listened to that one, so I guess
I'm only halfway through the last one because Wes wasn't on it.
Yeah. You're my biggest fan.
I know.
Anyway, but we got these community. So I logged on last night to try it out, and I was really hoping it was like a new skin, And just to let everybody know, what happened was the people who made Team Fortress 2 gave out these special weapons to people who've helped build the community. People who run TF2 blog sites, or like create maps or skins, or things like that. Mm-hmm. And the hosts of Control Point all got community weapons, and I got the sticky gun launcher community weapon. And I was hoping it would have a new skin, but really all it does is sparkle.
Right.
And I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Like a Twilight vampire thing.
It's almost like I'm having my Sweet 16.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Or that you went to a strip club.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
and I put my gun someplace I shouldn't have.
Anywhere in a strip club.
Wow.
but of course, then you get into the game where I was like, "Ooh, let me see it," and
you're like, it sparkles.
Let me whip out my gun. but
I put it in a manly place.
I did play some TF2 this week, and then of course I played some WoW, like I said, and that's really about it. I'm still working on Mass Effect. I really want to finish that game, but it's one of those ones that, like, I know if I pick it up, it's going to be at least an hour and a half of play, so I don't pick it up as often as I should. And I've got Crisis 2, which I need to work through. So those are my big games.
I've been playing that.
A friend of mine lent it to me, and I finally got a graphics card that's worthy of it. Yeah. And the speed of the power changes is really appealing, and I like pretty much everything about the game so far.
Cool.
So that's my week.
All right. Let's see. On Multiplaying, just going to cover a couple quick articles that we've had up. First one is Ab's half-assed review of Scribblenauts. Well, I kind of skipped it on that one. I picked it up partly because he was enjoying the game so much, and because I've heard nothing but good stuff about Scribblenauts. So, you want to go on that a little bit, Ab?
First of all, I would like to say this more of a 3/4 ass review, because you went on with it. You did a good job. Good job.
Yeah, it was actually 2 paragraphs or something.
It's amazing.
Scribblenauts, the main reason I want to get that game was just like everyone else, just to get in and dick around with all the words you can do and see what won't be in it. And when I got it, I was really impressed with. There's a few words that stumped it, but when I was telling people about it and they asked me, well, what were the words? I can't even remember, because I totally expected when I put them in to not be in there. But my favorite part of the game has been the open-endedness of it, and how it will present you with different puzzles, and you can put things in there and just try to see what will work and what will interact with the environment. And then you get rewards for completing the same exact level for finishing it different ways. So I like that it rewards you for trying to think of different ways to do things. And like I said in my review, the controls still continue to bother me, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that is a great game that hasn't really existed before, and I'm just glad that it's there. And it seems more like a toy than a game, but I'm just I don't know, that game's awesome.
How many levels have you gone through yet on it?
I haven't gone through
worlds, I should say.
I'm probably on the 3rd world of both.
Okay. See, I'm just about through the 4th one, and I'm starting to get to the point where I don't know if it's going to continually get hard. Continually get hard, Yeah, hard. Rock hard.
How you doing?
Go ahead. Keep going.
You completely blown his
Oh, you can't go anymore? You're done?
Wow.
All right. Jesus, sleep.
That was easy. Well, anyway, with the game, I was thinking, like, I won't play it on the DS, but if it was on the PC, I'd play it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, iPhone.
Or iPhone, I'd play it, yeah, but I'm not going to drag around the DS for
I guess
it.
that's kind of the rumor now, is that because on the Facebook for Scribblenauts, they put an announcement out saying that there's going to be a big surprise like this next week or whatever, and everybody's like, oh, does that mean like iPhone, or does that mean PC, or another form to play it in, or what? Like, why would you have a special announcement for Scribblenauts after it's been released?
That's it's got to be one. It's got to be one of those two options.
You would think.
PC would be ideal, but iPhone would be really cool too.
Yeah, but I just bought it.
I know.
How much?
I just paid $30 for it, and if it comes on the iPhone, it's going to be 10 at the most.
Yeah, exactly. Why? I mean, I can't see spending. I would get pissed. But anyways,
That's the crazy thing. I mean, not to get it too far off topic, but I've bought Assassin's Creed on the iPhone and Civilization Revolution, which I think I paid $10 for Assassin's Creed when it first launched, and I paid $6 for Civilizations, and they're both full price DS games. Same exact version, but I don't know. That might be a different topic, but it's just weird that the price disparity between those two platforms for the same exact game. But
When you're
Go
dealing
ahead.
with market coverage, right? I mean, you're looking at millions and millions of iPhones
yeah,
versus probably, hundreds of thousands of.
no, there's millions of DSs out there too, but I think it's more the ease of downloading something versus going to buy something from a store for a DS.
you still got millions of people in a user base on both sides, but the difference is that the typical iPhone user was just going to buy any game out there that is good, whereas the typical DS user is, you look at, I mean, they're spread. The DS user base is spread across ages so much more that marketing a game like Civilizations to the DS user base, you're going to hit only a certain percentage of those millions, but on the iPhone, you have a higher percentage of people that are probably going to buy that up because that's more of the target in that user base. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going to go with yes.
sure. I don't know.
Yes.
Listeners, if
Good
you're,
input,
You were
Maeve.
talking about Scribblenauts.
yes.
Wait, what are
Oh,
we
yeah.
talking about?
That's what I've been playing. Wait.
No, we already did that part.
Oh, shit. Anyways, Scribblenauts is awesome. I'll just leave it with that. Go check out the half-assed review, which maybe should be three-quarter. Was that what it was?
We're going to go with that.
Okay. Anyways.
I'm going to do a half-assed review coming up pretty soon, but
Oh, thank
I
God.
switched out Scribblenauts for Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and I'm having a lot more fun with that game. But
Really?
yeah, that game's awesome. But I'll do a half-assed review of it coming up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also on the site, I'll just hit the site of the week. This week is Booty's Bloody Blog. He is still playing Warhammer and loving it. So if you're still out there playing Warhammer and you don't know about his blog yet, go.
That sounds terrible the way you say that.
No, he was being sincere.
If you're still out there playing Warhammer, it's a good game. It's a
playing
really
War?
good game. Yeah,
I really don't think that's how you probably have to say it at this point.
that's awful though, isn't it?
I
No,
don't know
I
how
mean,
else to
if
say
you're having fun in that game and that game still does for you, that's great. We don't mean to belittle that.
No, I had a lot of fun in that game, but
it. Yeah, until I got to tier 4.
Yeah.
well,
No.
hey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, sorry.
his blog is awesome.
It is.
You think it's kind of like how you talk about, some girl that you used to date that your friend might end up dating. You're like, oh no, she's great. She's
I
great.
love banging her, but
I wish you the best.
But
She kept farting though.
oh god.
So, if you're interested in all that, go check out Booty's Bloody Blog. That's all right. Also on Multiplaying, if you've been on the site recently, we've have a post up currently about having a special guest on the show on the end of the week. It's going to be Brad Wardell from Stardock. Through some very crazy chance, we came across Brad Wardell. Did I already say that he was the CEO of Stardock?
Yes.
Jesus, I'm off.
You're so
But he
good.
probably
at this.
wants you to say it again.
Okay. He just likes hearing it.
Yeah.
Do we want to explain the connection?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just say I know some people that know some people.
Hey, by the way, thanks for making me feel inadequate. Bringing me on
That's why I
and
didn't
then
wanna
having
fucking
him
bring it.
after me. I mean, it's like
Dude, we had you scheduled for 2 weeks. We did
I
not
know.
even know about this was going to happen at all.
I'm just playing.
I was tempted.
he's an
I was
awesome guy.
tempted to lie to you. And whatever episode that you said you were gonna be on, I was gonna say no. Brad's gonna be on it, but you know what? I will bump him for you. But of course I wouldn't.
Wise man.
Yeah.
We're going to be interviewing him in about a week and a half, so please, if you have any questions about Stardock, please send them into multiplaying@gmail.com.
So, anyways, if you're interested in, and if you have any questions for Brad, go on the site and throw them in the comments section. That's it.
I heard that we own the rights to Aion. Is that correct?
What?
Do we?
Wasn't it? I heard or I read a blog where someone said, "Hey, I got my Aion," and they said, "I think I could patent that. That's awesome." And then someone linked to our Aion
Oh, did they?
article that you did, yeah. And so they said, "Oh, it's been taken." So
Aha.
we call our segment our Aion.
Oh shit.
I know.
Yeah, we are awesome.
We're gonna be so rich.
Wait.
So this is our Aion segment.
All right. Now with the Aion, for server choice, we have finally, after much
Finally,
fighting
much.
and server forum
Much debate.
searching, we have settled on Trinial. As we've all been making our characters, we are making them on Trinial. So if you did not get into pre-select, and if you're going to be jumping into the game on the 22nd and want to come try to join us and check us out, so at least wave hi at us, we're going to be over on Elios on Trinial.
What prompted that? I told a bunch of CP people you guys were going to be on Zickle, and they're rolling there.
Uh-oh. Better let them know.
Well, there's a very long story behind it all.
The Zykel server kind of filled up because the whole Phoenix Throne community from Warhammer decided on Zykel as well, and that is a huge, multiple hundreds of people. So,
Gotcha.
and we had decided on Zykel before we knew about all that, and so then once they were all going there, we decided maybe we should back off and go another route because
Douches. That's why.
Well, the
True.
first thing that happened,
but
the first thing that happened was the East Coast West Coast thing.
well, the East Coast West Coast thing happened, and and we're mostly a predominantly East Coast group, and then Zykel was pronounced West Coast, and then it was pronounced East Coast, and it was like, okay, well, on the surface that seemed to be okay, but then the Phoenix Throne community decided to go Zykel, and then that kind of had a whole alliance that was very supportive to us that are ending Days of Warhammer, and we kind of keep them open for any alting purposes. And if we're on the same server as them on the opposite side, that doesn't open up any alting benefits for
Gotcha.
us. So
Gotcha.
we decided, let's go somewhere else and just we'll leave our Asmo open for Zykel. But then again, now that our crazy as it is, they all the people we were actually alting for went to Lumiel now. So it's been, it's one of those things. The week before release, everyone goes insane, and everything changes and everything's in the air. But we're on Trinial, Elios.
As all this was happening, we were looking at the forums, and it just seemed like Trinial seemed to have a
They have
fun
a very
bunch.
good community.
Yeah, it seemed to have just a fun bunch on it, so that's why we
Well,
kind of made the switch.
And it worked out better. I did see that NCSoft is actually going to honor the Oceania server choice.
For Nazicon.
Yeah, and they're going to make the primetime events happen during Oceania times. So
That's cool. Didn't they spread out the primetime events? Didn't they spread that time window or something?
It's a little more than it used to be, yeah.
Because of all the problems with that. It still sucks because, like in our situation, we have a group of people that are on the West Coast that are going to be playing with us on the East Coast, and it's kind of their time will be pretty constricted.
Yeah.
So-
I think This will work out a little better though.
Yeah.
The way they've really expanded the time for
Right.
that.
Yeah, there was no good answer for people
No.
who've had them spread across the time zones. But
All right. On to
Awkward.
let's see. The also with Aion, the lock.
So I'm curious. I never did find out which did y'all like better. Like
Elios.
who liked Elios and who liked Asmo?
I can't
Elios.
stand Asmo. I can't.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic and pathetic and not to create enemies or anything, but it's just
But
so...
if you like pathetic.
Yeah, that's good for you. It just seems so just like, woe is me, and...
I didn't mind the
Bunch
zone
of
so
little whiny
much.
goth kids.
Yeah, kind of. I didn't mind the zone so much, but I didn't like having a mane down my back. You know, I needed a razor. I didn't understand.
Let's shave.
And I'm kind of hunched over, running around.
I don't like the hunched over running. I hate that.
You're kind of like an alopecia chick or something.
That's right. Well, I don't have hair on my back, but anyway.
Define that as you will.
I prefer not to have hair on my back. Thank you.
You prefer?
I prefer not to. Hello.
I will decline hair on my back. If I had the option of hair on my back, I would say no thank you. Yeah.
That's right. I have nair all over my back now, and it's good.
Nair and a spatula. I wash myself with a rag on a
I
stick.
didn't understand with Asmodean. They'd give you these like high heel shoes, but yet I still had hooves. I just didn't get it. I don't know.
I think your one hoof is the heel. Like your one claw is a heel. It's weird.
I don't know, but it wasn't fashionable.
And that's why we're
I
all
just-
going Elias.
Yeah, there was these issues. We couldn't keep dealing with this. Alios, go be happy and sunshiny and smiley. It's fine.
That's right.
But also with the Aion stuff was the people getting locked out of pre-selecting. Like I said, you guys are probably going to have to explain this
Dun,
one
dun,
because
dun.
I have no idea what was going on with this.
Okay, well I came home.
Oh my God.
Well, I was sick, and so I came home early so I could make my characters. Ow, cough, cough. And I made my little girl, and Jason made his ab, and we went off and went to dinner, and we came home, and I had all these little posts all over my screen when I got home. People were like, I can't log in, I can't make my character, we've been locked out. I'm
You
like...
suck.
I
Oh,
just
wait.
started, and I had been to dinner, so casually I just started typing out, it'll all work out. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Just wait. It'll all be okay. And then I logged off and I went to bed, and this morning everyone was able to make their characters and it was all fine.
And it worked out.
It all worked out.
All right.
That was my leadership skills there to the max.
But only because you had already made yours. If you hadn't made yours.
Well, it was actually just of a lack of anything. I mean, what do I say? I mean,
Right.
we switched servers at the last second. I mean, it seemed like a paranoia move to freak out at the last minute there, you know, and make everyone switch again. We literally had half the people who did get onto Training and half the people who didn't, and so, you know, it was basically came down to just like no, they will do something.
Yeah.
It will all be okay.
That's what happened when we were picking our Warhammer server too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of scare people going, I can't get in, and we're like, no, it's okay. You know, just wait for the wait list to die down a little bit. It'll get
be
better.
okay. Yeah.
Be cool.
Was it fine?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah. See.
Well, and we're probably lucky that we did go Elios because I get Asmodean seems to be the popular choice pre-release.
Yep.
So it could
Yeah.
be worse, probably.
We have a big benefit there.
Which I think it'll even out after launch.
It seems pretty even now on our server anyway.
Yeah.
Because they capped it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Choice.
That helps.
Yeah,
They
they
got rid of that
they
cap.
said no more, so yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be crazy.
Tomorrow, how do you think that's going to go?
3 o'clock Eastern. Oh, it's going to be crappy.
It's going to be insane.
Probably won't even be able to connect to the server.
Oh, it's going to be a mess. And not because, you know, it's just going to be.
It's huge.
I like how they say, get in early, and everyone's acting like since they have early access, it'll be fine. But
Yeah, it's like 400.
anyone who has any interest in this game has it pre-ordered. So
Everyone
Right.
pre-ordered.
it's not really a head
Everyone's
start.
downloaded. No one's going to the store and loading CDs at this point.
400,000 people.
400,000
Wow.
people have this loaded into their machine and they're ready to go tomorrow on a Sunday.
Yeah. Who's sitting at home on a Sunday and who's never heard of Aion who goes, God damn, I gotta go get that.
Yeah,
I
it's
go to Walmart and pick it up.
it's gonna be a mess at first. And it's gonna be laggy and it's gonna be crazy and everyone's gonna be freaking out that more servers are needed and all this
That's
stuff. And like
The more
2 weeks
servers,
out.
that's what I'm wondering about.
2 weeks out, everything will be fine. Everything will be calmed down, and everyone's gonna be like, "Why did they make all those servers? That was stupid."
I have a deep feeling they're going to have to make some more servers because, like,
I think they will.
the numbers that I threw up, man. If there's 400,000 people that have bought this game, that's supposedly not just $5 pre-orders. It is full-priced pre-orders, like bought and done of the game. And there's supposedly 12 servers.
I don't even know.
I think it's supposed to be 12 servers. Each server has 10 channels, and if you run the math, it's like over 3,000 people per channel. Now, not that they'll all be on at the same time.
Pretty
but-
close tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, on a Sunday, you're talking probably at least 1,000 people per channel if you spread them all out. That's
I would-
crazy.
I would just go ahead and squelch the general channel right off the bat.
Yes, turn that right off. Of course,
Why is it so laggy?
people are not going to download this before they try and get on. So they're going to be like, thanks, I listen to this after, idiots.
This is one of my pet peeves. When you first log in, you can't change channels immediately. You have to wait 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's going to be a mess. And it doesn't automatically throw you into another channel if it
Right,
sees
it
latency
doesn't.
on the first one. It always throws you on channel 1.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they'd have it like that. I'm surprised they don't actually just throw you into the least populated one. But whatever.
Maybe they
But
will. But yeah, it's no big
regardless-
deal. It is 3 minutes though. But
Regardless, exciting.
Let's go bang somebody. Come back.
wait, 3 minutes? Oh, your poor wife. Poor Zeli.
Happy me.
That explains a lot.
I drink a lot.
That all? That's-
That explains a lot.
Very angry all the time.
I don't know what you're so mad about. Sorry.
Are we done with Ion?
No, I was just about to ask the same thing. All right. So, TF2.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Do they?
So,
I played a new map this week.
Wes, did you play a new map this week?
I did. It is called HARP. I believe that's the name of it, HAARP. And it was kind of a cool concept. The basic idea is it's got multiple stages, and the intelligence spawns at a point, and you have to run it to another point, and then it will spawn at the next point, and you have to run it to a point after that. It's kind of like a relay race with the intelligence, and it's a really, really pretty map. It's got some kind of functional issues. Like there's some places that the fighting gets a little too bombastic, if you know what I mean. It's like, how is there any way to get control of this? But it's fun, and I had a good time playing it. And yeah,
Cool.
That sounds insane.
well, the gameplay model itself is not what's crazy. There was one place where basically the defenders who are trying to prevent people from getting the intelligence to inside. Basically, you're trying to take the intelligence and run it into these little glass-walled office rooms that look like a boardroom with glass walls.
Mm-hmm.
So you're inside, and everybody else is outside. So you've got kind of these choke points, but at the same time, the outside people have some benefits in that they can come in on the second floor looking over the top of everyone.
And they can see you.
Yeah, and so it just gets a little bit like, how do I get control of this? I'm not really sure, but it's definitely a pretty map, and I recommend it. And we have it on our server, so you should come and play it.
All right.
Awesome.
I was playing on your server this morning.
Really?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I
Get
was
my
playing
ass
earlier,
kicked.
and I have to say, it wasn't just your server, but every server. Whenever
He gets
I'm
his ass kicked.
no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. Wasn't that at all. But I just noticed it on your server. But it has been every server I've been on. I get on there. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try a class, and I'll play it. And then I always hear inevitably, we got way too many snipers. Someone's got to change. Someone's got to change. Come on, guys. 4 snipers or 4 engineers. It's always that. We don't need that many medics. Come on. It's always the fucking class I'm playing. And no one else changes. And by the 4th, reminder, I'm like, all right, I'll change. Because no one else has.
And then everyone else did too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I usually try to adapt, because there's certain maps where you need a certain number of engineers, or you need, I'll end up with, there'll be, 5 snipers and 18 spies and, 1 pyro, and that's the whole team. And you're just like, come on, guys, let's change up a little bit here, and then I'll change, and then everyone else will change at the same time, and all of a sudden there'll be 4 medics. So I'll go, okay, I shouldn't be medic, and I'll switch. And then all of a sudden I look, and all of a sudden we've got no medics, and I'm like, wait. So yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I know it's not anything I should be pissed about, but it's always like, oh, god damn it! It's always what I want to. Everything revolves around me.
Oh.
It's always what I want to
bet.
play, and I'm the only one who can't play it. Everyone else can play it. I don't know.
Why is everybody in my time zone?
Yeah. Time's
There's
the
only
same
one
everywhere.
time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was on the control point server or what the other night when I was playing, but our whole side was getting dominated, and it was everybody on the opposing team was playing. Oh God, what do you call that? There's like a central point that you have to just control for a certain amount of time, and whoever runs down
King of
the
the
clock.
Hill.
King of the Hill, there you go. We were playing a King of the Hill, and the entire other side was playing heavies. I think everybody was a heavy except for like 2 medics. And they were just everybody was taking a point around that and just keeping everyone at bay, and it was retarded.
Whenever anyone just picks the one class, because I did that about a week or 2 on Control Point, and everyone on the other team was scouts, and you would think that'd be easy, but that's not to fight against. That's so annoying.
I've never played on the Control Point server.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't. It's always busy.
Oh yeah.
When I try, yeah. These are so popular.
Well, you can put it on auto join. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I do.
And then I'll go and play on some random server, and then because I have to wait to get on my own server.
Really? You don't have it like auto kick people?
No, we think that's kind of jerky.
It is kind of jerky, but I just thought it was a standard.
And
No.
evidently you can go bang somebody while you wait.
Hot.
But then you'll just go to sleep.
3 minutes.
Yeah. You'd be like, why am I going to kill that guy?
You're like, man, I just want a bowl of Fruit Loops and go to bed.
I'm happy with everybody right now.
Drink a little bourbon and you're done.
Yep. That's what you do.
So for the people who've been playing TF2, what's your favorite class so far?
I like the soldier.
I've
Okay.
been enjoying the pyro for the most part, but I've been trying to play engineer. But that's definitely one I have to look and see who's playing what and what map and all that before I feel comfortable doing that.
I
But
wanted to ask Wes, like someone wrote in on your show not too long ago about the stereotypical what girls play in TF2. What is the stereotypical what girls play in TF2?
Pyro and engineer.
Oh. Engineer?
And medic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Engineer seems more intense. Like
Engineer is actually, but it's so cooperative, and
it's like you would have to know everything to know how to properly play it. Like the map. And
No, not really. I mean, it helps. It definitely helps, but I mean, it's such a cooperative class. I mean, you really feel like a beneficial part of the team when it's your sentry gun defending the point and it's your teleporter getting everybody to the front line. There's a lot of personal reward from that. Pyro, most of the women I know who play Pyro just really, really enjoy that whole maniacal I catch everyone on fire thing.
that is nice, yes.
And then the medic thing is just it's more team playing as well. So
don't you think, Wes, that there should be points for an engineer of teleporting people?
There is. You get half a point for every time
Do
you
you?
teleport.
Oh, Slurm told me you didn't. You fucking idiot. Slurm.
Slurms, you're an asshole.
No, I didn't.
You get half.
Now
a
it's
point.
time for the segment, new
Oh, wait,
segment.
yeah, I
Slurm's
did.
an asshole. Hey, Slurm, remember what you told me?
Oh, you know what? We can add to the Slurms and Assholes segment with.
Yeah, we can.
The listener feedback.
Why don't we read that shit?
Okay, we did get some listener feedback from the last show.
What was the topic?
The subject was R.E. Slurm is an asshole.
There you go. Read that shit.
All right, here it comes. Dear Multiplaying crew, as a recent listener due to my Aion interests, I have very much enjoyed the good-natured mockery that happens on the show. However, this past show took the mockery a step too far. As an Aussie, as you Yankees like to refer to us, I felt that the remarks regarding to the didgeridoo are more insensitive to Aborigines and Australians alike. Not everyone in Australia carries one in their back pocket, you know. The proper analogy would be that every Yankee carries a peace pipe and tokes up when they play their MMOs. Now, not all of the hosts might find that strange. I do have Paz picked as a proper pothead.
Paz is so not.
But to imply that all we do on our continent is to sit around and blow on a bloody didgeridoo is not flattering. That remark aside, I still enjoy multiplaying and hope that you will acknowledge the host's insensitivity and make amends on the next show. Respectfully, John.
I acknowledge that Slurms is an asshole.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that we finally got some fucking listener feedback. It's been weeks. God damn it. We kind of skipped ahead to listener feedback. Did we have any more TF2 stuff, though, really?
I play a demo, man.
Oh, did you? You've never played him before. What'd you think? First
No,
impressions.
Wes asked what we all play. I said I play it. That's what I play. I play a demo, man.
I used to really love the Demo Man. He was my number one class, but there are so many one-shot kills now that I don't find it as enjoyable to play something that can't prevent that.
So what's your favorite class now, Wes?
Lately, I like playing Medic the best. I play Medic more than anything. I play Engineer in a pinch, and then I play Demo Man when I dream that I can actually play well again.
So what main healing weapon do you use as the medic?
I don't like the Kritzkrieg. I like the regular Uber.
Okay. Because I've heard so many people say, you have the Kritzkrieg yet? And as soon as I got it, I used it once, and I went back to the regular weapon and wondered if I was an idiot for doing so.
This is the thing. I don't feel. Don't get me wrong. Giving somebody crits is great, but I usually feel like if I've built up an Uber, I need to do something big with it, like take out a sentry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, I don't know. I just have now the Kritzkrieg is like the weapon for people who are like league play.
Yeah, if they know, I mean, if they can use it to the best of their ability, and all, that's great. But it definitely seems to me the regular weapon seems like the main difference maker. If you have a situation that you're playing with someone that maybe you don't know that well, which I don't really know a ton of people who play TF2, but that definitely seems the one that you can go and change the whole dynamic of the match.
Right. And the other thing is Kritzkrieg works best if there is someone else building Ubers. In other words, you don't want to have all the medics with Kritzkriegs. But if you've got somebody with a regular medigun building up Ubers, then the person who's driving the Kritzkrieg can do some more creative things with his power.
So let me ask you a noob question. Can you have one medic doing a Kritzkrieg and one doing the other one on you?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
As far as I know. I've never done it because I die too much. But I believe so.
So you could go in invulnerable and doing 100% crits if you had... Okay, wow.
But I mean, that's taking 3 players.
Right.
But that's amazing, though.
But that's a way to clean out a place, man.
Yeah, if you have a ton of sentries in one spot and everyone...
Now items do not take critical damage. You cannot critically hit a sentry.
Okay.
So Kritzkrieg does nothing for fighting sentries. And if you're running in with your Uber, you're going to take half your Uber to kill the sentry. So maybe you could turn with the crits and then do some damage. But also keep in mind that the medic who is giving you the Kritzkrieg is not invulnerable, and all someone has to do is kill him to take away your Kritzkrieg.
Okay.
And all the people who don't play TF2 hear the crickets chirp.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to take it all in.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, me
processing
too.
it.
No, because I was playing a medic one night, and like this, I PM'd you like the next day. I'm like, I got freaking yelled at because I didn't have a freaking crit streak, and I don't even know what that is. And
No.
because it was like the first night I ever played, and so I played like a medic, and they're yelling at me. I'm supposed to go to this control point, and this spot in the map, and I'm like, I've never even been here before. And
Don't ever let anybody yell at you in that game.
they were
Everybody
yelling
is-
at me.
Everybody is a noob on some level. There is something they are stupid about.
Yeah.
Don't ever take any of it. You know, I've been playing the game forever, and people still start shouting stuff at me, and I'm like, dude, look, not putting up with it.
You're off the server.
Yeah, you got that power.
But I don't really. I'm really kind of an anarchist as far as that goes. And the way that I run my servers, and I mean the way we get a lot of people who complain about some of the posts on our forums and stuff like that, and I'm like, look, as long as people aren't being aggressive and complete asshats, we don't care. We're not here to try to make people be something. We just want to provide a positive environment so that people can get together, and some people are like, you should kick that guy off your server, and I'm like, why? I mean, he's a douchebag, but who cares? He's our douchebag.
Hug.
Love that douchebag.
We had this one guy who used to log on to our servers. He was great. He was his name was Sean Connery, and he would do Sean Connery from the old Jeopardy skits,
Nice.
SNL, and it was so hilarious, and I wish I knew what happened to that guy.
Just what your mother said last night, Trebek. All right.
Did I
Do we
kill
have
the
anything
podcast?
else? No.
No, that we were
I
all
think I
thinking
was-
about how wonderful that was. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Do we have anything else?
No, I think we're wrapped up. All right, let's put it to bed. Yep.
All right.
Outro.
Cool. Thanks for listening to Multiplaying, the companion podcast of multiplaying.net. The views expressed in this podcast are solely attributable to those who convey them. Our views should not be misrepresented as the official views of anyone or anything else. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to multiplaying@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at www.multiplaying.net.
I would like to thank Wes for coming on
Thank you, Wes.
and encourage
No
everyone to
way.
listen to Control Point.
Well, thank you for having me on. I love doing big group podcasts, and yours is always fun to listen to because y'all seem to be having fun doing it. So it was nice to join you.
That's all we do when we record it.
We should do it next time, but we have someone who's listened to it and who thinks that whenever we're doing the recording, we should all be like, I fucking hate you so much.
Like have this big downer recording session. Be like, all right, now, are we
Yeah,
getting
we're
ready to record? So
serious.
fucking laugh,
Maeve,
Can
bitches.
you all fucking be serious for, can you not be fucking idiots?
Get all serious and crazy. Yeah, that
Maeve,
would be
you
awesome.
need to giggle now.
Bitch, looks like you fucking bitch. You better fucking
I say you're a bitch.
Site of the week this week on Multiplaying is Booty's Bloody Blog. If you go to the website, you can click on the banner on the top right. Says Booty's Bloody Blog, and go check it out for anyone still interested. God damn it! I can't say it without somehow putting.
I don't think we should have cut that first part. I think it was fine.